You know what this is, right? It's porn.
Hey, what's up? Here I'm going to show my entire Blu Ray collection. Yes, I know I've been meaning to do it for a while now, and here it is. This is basically the end of my movie collection. I have other music DVDs in a box, which I could show one day. But other than that, this is pretty much the end of all the movies I have. So, yeah, here we go. I think we'll just move that just a bit. Alright. Yeah, you know what? I'll show, something else first. Where is it? I have it. Oh, yeah, here it is. Okay, so the first one I have here is Jackass 3. Includes the unrated and theatrical versions. This actually has the 3D. I think this one is one of the only ways you can actually get the 3D version. And it comes with the 3D glasses, you know, the old school kind of 3D. Great movie. And yes, I'm excited for Jackass Forever. My copy actually came with 4 3D glasses, so if I need any for any other movie, I just have those. And you got the DVD and the Blu-ray. But yeah, I'm looking forward to Jackass Forever. It sucks that Bam's not going to be in it, but, you know, I'm sure it'll be a good movie. Hopefully it won't be, you know, SJW'd up, you know, but I doubt it. Just looking at the trailer. I don't know, we'll see. We'll see when it comes out. And this is what a lot of people thought would be basically Jackass 4 before Jackass 4. Is Bad Grandpa. It's the Bad Grandpa character from the Jackass movies and this kid who go on a road trip. And a lot of funny shenanigans happen. I remember seeing this, and this is actually, I think, the first R-rated movie I ever saw in the theater. With my friend. We saw it, and my friend's dad saw it as well. It's pretty funny, but it's one of those movies that once you've seen it the first time, it kind of is not as funny the second time. But still pretty funny. Anyway, there's the DVD and there's the Blu-ray. Very similar to the Jackass 3 one. And for some reason, I don't think the first 2 movies are on Blu-ray. Maybe they are at this point, I don't know. Let me put that in there. There we go. Alright, next up we have one of the very first Blu-rays I ever owned. Ice Age. Looks great. I can't believe this movie's actually turning 20 this year. It's pretty crazy. Great movie. Watched it all the time as a kid. It's probably the best Ice Age movie, honestly. The only thing that sucks about this Blu-ray is that it doesn't contain all the special features that were on the 2-disc collector's edition, which I do not have. But I looked it up, and not even half of this stuff is even in that set, so I'll probably get that eventually. Yeah, Ice Age is a great movie. If you haven't seen it, it's about a group of animals during the prehistoric days, or prehistoric, I guess, you know, during the Ice Age, as they say. Go on an adventure with this little baby. It's funny. But the first one's probably the best. Ghost in the Shell Standalone Complex Solid State Society. This is a OVA, I think, television movie of the Ghost in the Shell series. This came out, I think, shortly after the second OVA. Definitely after the second season. I got this at Walmart for $5 in their Blu-ray section, and I looked it up fairly recently how much this thing goes for. It goes for like $65, $75. I'm like, really? Man, I guess I got lucky. So yeah, it's one of the rarer Blu-rays in my collection. Yeah, you gotta love Ghost in the Shell. It's all great. Foo Fighters, Sonic Highways. This is a documentary about the making of their album Sonic Highways, and it's like each episode like takes you to the city and the history of the music in that area. And they recorded 8 songs in 8 different cities of the world, in 8 different states, I believe. It's pretty interesting. You get a lot of interviews with a lot of different musicians and people associated with the music industry, and a lot of producers. So if that interests you, if you're a Foo Fighters fan, I'd say check it out. Yeah, there's disc 1, disc 2, disc 3. And especially if you like that album Sonic Highways, you will definitely like that documentary series. I think that aired on HBO, I believe. Alright, Nancy Drew and the Hidden Staircase. This isn't as good as the Nancy Drew movie from 2007, but this is still a pretty entertaining movie. And I hope they kind of do a sequel to this one. Assuming Sophia Lillis isn't too old, but I think she's almost 20 at this point. So, I don't know. Maybe a little too late, but we'll see. But yeah, this is a pretty good movie. About, you know, kind of like this hidden, or this haunted kind of house. And, you know, she's trying to solve it, the mystery. It was pretty enjoyable. But like I said, not as good as the 2007 Nancy Drew movie. And there's a code, but I'm pretty sure that's expired. And there's the DVD. Yeah, if you like Sophia Lillis and Nancy Drew, you'll like that movie. You probably saw this in my recent, Christmas video. This is the Cowboy Bebop, the complete series on Blu-ray, completely remastered. I have yet to actually watch this, but like I said, I've heard people say it's one of the greatest animes ever. And I heard from people that that's actually very true, so, you know. I know there was recently a live-action series that got canned after a season, so. Anyway, there's the inside, there's disc 1, 2, 3, and 4. This used to air on Adult Swim a lot. I don't think it ever aired on Cartoon Network. I could be... No, I'm pretty sure it was always Adult Swim. Because that show's like pretty adult, you know. 21 Jump Street. When this movie came out, I didn't know what to think of it. I know it was loosely based on the 21 Jump Street series that aired in the 80s. And I honestly kind of hated it. And then I rewatched it and I was like, you know what, it's actually not bad. If you don't take it too seriously, it's funny. It was one of the Jonah Hill movies he made when he was thinner. So that's kind of interesting to see. Yeah, there's the code, which of course expired. And other, you know, movies. And there's the back art. It's funny, I was playing Grand Theft Auto 5, and looking at Michael's son, you can automatically tell they based him off of Jonah Hill. Kind of makes me wish Jonah Hill was in a in a video game. Let's see. Oh yeah, here we go. Got 22 Jump Street, which isn't as good, but still funny. I know they were planning on making a 23 Jump Street, but I don't know whatever happened to that. I guess they figured out the movie series kind of got old pretty fast, so. I don't know. Is that expired? Yeah, it's expired. Whatever. Anyway, there's the DVD and there's the Blu-ray. But yeah, I think Jonah Hill and Channing Tatum made a good comedy duo. Kind of wish they would make more movies together. What is this? Led Zeppelin. The song remains the same. This is the what you call it? The theatrical movie that they filmed at Madison Square Garden, I believe, in 1973, and they professionally filmed it, and it didn't come out until like 76. It looks great on Blu-ray. This is the only movie that I can think of that has the F word in a PG-rated movie, as far as I know. No, excuse me. The only PG-rated movie where I actually use the C word. If you know what I'm talking about, you know what I'm talking about. I couldn't believe they got away with that in a PG-rated movie. But yeah, great movie. If you like Led Zeppelin, then you'll dig that film. Haven't seen this one yet. I got it because Cuba Gooding Jr. was in it, and it's like one of his more serious movies. Way of War. Might be good, might be not be, I don't know. It's from 2008. Oh, J.K. Simmons is in it as well. Might be good. I know he's in, from what I hear, he's in the new Spider-Man. He reprises his role as Jonah Jameson, although he's bald now. Napoleon Dynamite. 10 sweet years of Liger magic, taught great skill. Oh yeah, this is the 10th anniversary of Napoleon Dynamite, which is just essentially a repackage. I got this at Best Buy a while back. I like the packaging with the, you know, the what you call it, the leather. Vince, you get out. Got tots that say "Gosh," Napoleon Dynamite. And there's, I hate when discs are stacked like this, but it's essentially the theatrical movie, and you get the Blu-ray as well. I wish they would make a Napoleon Dynamite 2, but, you know, I don't know. I feel like it's kind of too late for that now. But I do love John Heder, though. He is a great actor. I showed this in my recent Christmas video. Cross Ange, Rondo of Angel and Dragon. Haven't got to check it out. Haven't gotten the chance to see this yet. But I do like, you know, mecha series, so. But anyway, there's disc 1, 2, 3, and 4. I kind of talked about that already, how I found out about that. A Million Ways to Die in the West. I think this is the most recent. No, never mind. That was Ted 2. This is the second most recent movie that Seth MacFarlane has directed. It's okay. It's a very freaking weird kind of western, comedy western. And you know Seth MacFarlane, it's got Seth MacFarlane humor. Liam Neeson's in it as well. I want to say I saw this in the theater. I think I did. I remember it's just weird. It's funny, but it's weird. Just be warned. There's the disc, and is this code expired? Let me see. Probably. Anyway. And there's the DVD. Yeah, check it out. I don't know why Seth MacFarlane doesn't direct any more movies these days. I mean, the last one he made was Ted 2, and, you know, I don't know, maybe he's just not into directing movies anymore. I don't know. The Hateful Eight, speaking of westerns, this is I'm going to say this is my least favorite Quentin Tarantino movie. It's a good one, but it's my least favorite. It's about these guys trapped in one cabin in the snow, and a lot of tension happens. Okay. But yeah, there's the DVD and there's the Blu-ray. But yeah, not Tarantino's best, but for what it was okay. But yeah. I'd watch it though if you're a Tarantino completist. Here's what I got recently. Kingpin. My parents owned the VHS for years. They say it's a pretty funny movie. I believe them. You know, Bill Murray's funny in it, so. And what's his name? Randy Quaid? Yeah. But yeah, there's the disc. Compliance. This is actually based on a true story. Partially based on a true story where this woman was held at gunpoint and had to strip. It's yeah. I got this at a 99-cent store. It was cheap. Here's the Blu-ray. Anchorman 2: The Legend Continues. I saw this in the theater with my mom, and I really enjoyed the sequel. It's not as good as the first one, but I still like it. There's like 3 cuts in this version, like versions. Theatrical, unrated, and R-rated version. And they're all different slightly. So it's kind of cool they have like all those versions. I know it was also the last movie that was released in theaters and with a film print version. But yeah, there's the original and unrated, and then there's the R-rated version, and then there's the regular version. Kind of wish they would make another Anchorman, but I think it ran its course. Just my opinion. Next up we have The World's End, which is considered the three-part, the third and final part of the three-part films. Well, it's not really connected, but it's from the same director, and it has some of the same cast members, specifically Simon Pegg and Nick Frost, from, what was it, Shaun of the Dead and Hot Fuzz. And if you ask me personally, this is probably my second favorite. My first favorite is probably have to be Shaun of the Dead. Hot Fuzz is like my least favorite, but still good. Yeah, a very funny movie, very crazy kind of futuristic movie. If you've seen it, you'll know what I mean. But hold on. There you go. Show you the cover and the back. There's the Blu-ray and the DVD. It's definitely worth your time, in my opinion. You should definitely check this one out. About a group of guys who hung around a lot in high school, and they reunite together, and a lot of weird stuff happens. That's all I'll say. You gotta watch it for yourself. Ah, yes, the very first Kung Fu Panda. A classic. I think everyone, if you're a Jack Black fan or watched DreamWorks movies back in the day, there's a chance you've probably seen this. Yeah. Very, very good stuff. Of the 3 Kung Fu Panda movies, this is probably my favorite. They kind of got more ridiculous as the years went on. Oh, there's a Blu-ray Lively user guide. I didn't know that. But yeah, there's the disc. I heard there's gonna possibly be a Kung Fu Panda 4, but I don't know if that's actually gonna happen. Probably not. But yeah, first Kung Fu Panda is great. Ah yes, the first Goosebumps movie, released in 2015, also with Jack Black. I saw this in the theater with my friends. I got this at where'd I get this? At a bookstore for pretty cheap. Yeah, with the puppet, yeah. Pretty freaky movie, but really funny and cool. One of the guys in this movie actually kind of reminds me of my friend. I don't know why, he just does. Is his name Slappy, I want to say? I want to say him Slappy. I think so. Yeah, Slappy, that's right. Gotta love Slappy. Other Sony movies. I've never seen Pixels. I heard that wasn't that great, but I might want to watch that. And, you know, other Goosebumps kind of stuff. And yes, I've seen the second one. It's pretty good. I remember they were saying like, oh, Jack Black's not going to be in the second one because he was doing another movie. But he ended up actually doing the second one as well, so that's pretty cool. If you haven't seen it, definitely I recommend it. It's got a much higher production than the TV show did. Like, the TV show to me was like a lower budget version of Are You Afraid of the Dark? 310 to Yuma. This is actually the remake of the 50s movie. Russell Crowe and Christian Bale. Pretty crazy movie. Really over the top and kind of Western. Where'd I get this? I think I got this at Walmart, I want to say. Yeah, I saw this in high school actually. In film class. That was pretty cool. A lot of the kids at the film class I was in high school, they were weird. They didn't like any movies pre-1980 for the most part. Yeah, this is weird. Got an itch, hold on. Okay. Here's the Hunger Games. This one's actually still sealed. Yeah. Sorry about that. I have an itch in my back. It's kind of hot. Anyway. But yeah, I actually have 2 copies of this on Blu-ray. This one's still sealed. I have an open copy, so I don't really need this. Maybe I'll give it away, I don't know. But here's the other copy. It looks exactly the same. I'll show you the inside. But yeah, there's the Blu-ray and the special features disc. I already mentioned what I thought about the Hunger Games, you know. I said about what needs to be said. Oh boy, this movie. Okay. This is Scooby-Doo and Kiss Rock and Roll Mystery Original Movie. This has the members of Kiss and Scooby-Doo. That is like an animated version of Kiss Meets the Phantom of the Park, except with Scooby-Doo. Which is funny because Hanna-Barbera, who created Scooby-Doo, were the producer, the company Hanna-Barbera produced Kiss Meets the Phantom of the Park, so I guess it makes sense that they made this. I remember in the Kiss forums, because I like Kiss, they were excited because there was it was promoted as having a brand new recorded song, and it ended up being like a joke song called Don't Touch My Ascot, sung by the Kiss members, and everyone was pissed in the forums. I remember that. But yeah, it's really good. If you're a Kiss fan, you'll definitely enjoy it. All the references and whatnot. But yeah, there's the, I think that's the Blu-ray, yeah. Advertisement for the Lego set, and there's the DVD. Me and my brother watched this, and we were just laughing at it. Like, it's good, but it's just very weird. I like how the Kiss members voice themselves. That's pretty cool. Only if you get it if you're a diehard Scooby-Doo fan or if you're a diehard Kiss fan. Speaking of bands, here's a punk band I really love. L7, Pretend We're Dead. This is the documentary on the band L7, who are really good. They're one of my favorite punk bands of all time. It's like their story throughout their history up until their reunion a couple years ago. But yeah, if you haven't heard L7, I extremely recommend them, and I extremely recommend this DVD if you're into like punk and whatnot. It also has a documentary that was directed by Chris Novoselic from Nirvana called, what is it called? It says in the sticker. Oh, The Beauty Process. That's also included as an extra feature. But yeah, there's the DVD. And the Blu-ray. I remember showing this to my uncle, and my uncle really loved it. The booklet has like pictures of the band, like archival photos and screenshots from their videos. When they were on The Word. There's Jennifer. When they were in the, what movie was that? Serial Mom as Camel Lips. They're like in their 50s and 60s now. But they still look really good. For living the rock and roll lifestyle, at least. Yeah, great movie. Here's a steelbook. I should have showed this in my Christmas collection, but what the hell. This is Elf. Will Ferrell. I already talked about what I thought about this movie in my VHS holiday movie, so I don't really need to talk about it again. has the code, which is useless, and there's Buddy the Elf, and there's the Blu-ray. There's the inside. Great movie. Deadpool. I saw this in the theater. One of the funniest movies of 2016, in my opinion. It was interesting to see a comedic kind of superhero movie that wasn't a superhero movie. And the second one's pretty good too. And I heard they're actually making a third one as we speak, so that'll be cool, I guess, you know. I remember this was huge when it came out. Everyone loved it. And there's the DVD. Gotta love Ryan Reynolds, man. One funny dude. Holy matrimony. I turned this off midway. Maybe I was just in a bad mood when I saw this, but I got this at the Dollar Tree, so I guess that's to be expected. I don't know. Maybe I'll rewatch it and see if I think any different. I mean, I like Patricia Arquette, so you know. Here's a great one. Collateral. With Tom Cruise and Jamie Foxx. This is a thriller from, I think, 2004. Great movie. I should really watch this again. I remember it being a really cool one. I think I also got this at where did I get this? Walmart. There's the disc. If you haven't seen Collateral, I highly recommend it. Great thriller. Three Amigos. Steve Martin, Chevy Chase, and Martin Short. This is the 25th anniversary edition released by HBO. Pretty funny movie, especially if you like these three actors. There's the Blu-ray, and there has a little booklet showing the 25-year anniversary, which I think is now the 35-year anniversary. Just like pictures, them kind of talking about the movie, whatnot. Yeah, it's got a Blu-ray notice kind of thing. Sunset Boulevard. Yeah, this is a classic from 1950, I believe. Gloria Swanson, about an old kind of silent actress who tries to think she's still in her prime. I actually liked it. I saw it in film class, that's why I bought it. But yeah, there's the disc. Lupin III, The Castle of Cagliostro, Collector's Edition. This is the first film that was fully directed by Hayao Miyazaki. It's a very important movie because it didn't get the recognition it got when it originally came out. Like, it bombed at the box office, and then over time, when he got more famous, a lot of people were like, oh, that's a good movie. Even though it's not a Studio Ghibli film, it definitely has that Ghibli feel to it. I really like it for that reason. I also saw it when it was re-released in the theater with my friend. There's two dubs of this, one from '92 and one from 2000. For some reason, when they re-released in the theater, the '92 dub is what they used, which is a good dub, but it was back when they didn't have the rights to the Arsène Lupin name, so they named him Wolf. Kind of confusing. But yeah, great movie. I know there's also a release on 4K, but I don't know if I'll It kind of seems like a waste of time, especially if everything on this is on that, so, you know. It's definitely the best version to get. Has reversible art, and unlike the DVD, which has the gold ring, this has the blue ring. Yeah, great classic. Even if you're not a Lupin fan, I think you'll like that one. Speaking of Lupin, here's the third film, which actually didn't even come out in America until like, when was this? 15, 16? The thing is, okay, there's a weird story about this one. Discotek was originally going to put this one out in like 2005, subtitled only, and then something happened, and they just didn't, and then they said they were going to do it for years, and then finally, 10 years later, they announced they were going to release it with a new dub and all, which was really interesting. I don't know why it took forever for this to come out fully in the States, but yeah. It's very out there. If you kind of like weird 80s movies, then I guess you like this one. But mind you, it's out there. Yeah. Has reversible art, of course. And there's the disc. Yeah, Legend of the Gold of Babylon. That is quite a movie, I have to say. Definitely for sure. Next up we have Mallrats, Kevin Smith's second film, and in my opinion, a very underrated movie. Well, I guess you could call it underrated. It was one of those movies that bombed when it came out, and it got more of a cult following on video. This version has 3 versions. Has the theatrical, it's got the extended version, which is like a completely different movie, and of course the edited TV cut, which is pretty cool. It's also very different as well. This is the version from Arrow Video, which is probably the best version you're gonna get of the film. And Arrow always does a great job with their movies. Has a reversible cover art, which is there's the original cover art. Looks very similar. It's a 2-disc set. There's disc 1, and there's the other versions. There's the beginning of the booklet. I think I got this at FYE, I want to say. Has like, here's the last scene. But yeah. Stanley, you know. It's a weird one, for sure. But it's pretty funny. Chainsaw Bob. And it has also, I don't know if I can get this in camera, but like, oh, that's weird. It's like advertisement for like other kind of Arrow releases, but no. It has a recreation of the poster that Jay made for like their plans. I don't know if I can get this on camera, but yeah, it's like when Silent Bob just swishes, like flies over the security guard, and yeah, there's a whole recreation of that, which is pretty cool. If you've seen the movie, you know exactly what that is. Yeah, I went on a whole Kevin Smith binge not that long ago, and Yeah. I was obsessed with Kevin Smith. I think I've seen pretty much everything he's done. At least everything he's directed. But yeah, check out Mallrats if you haven't. Very underrated movie. If you could find that Arrow video version, I recommend it. Forrest Gump. Everyone's seen this, I think. Life is like a box of chocolates, you know. Tom Hanks, you know. Travels around the world, you know. It's just, that's the special features disc. Where's the movie disc? Yeah, there's disc 1. Great movie. I think I've said what needs to be said about that. Here's another one. Saving Private Ryan. Oh man, I remember my brother was obsessed with this movie when we were watching it when we were like kids. Like I think I was a teenager and he was like still like 10, but he loved it so much, you know. We watched it in the car all the time. It was one of those movies we constantly watch. I love this movie, personally. Great war movie. But yeah, there's disc 1 and there's disc 2. I haven't seen it. It's about these privates, you know, trying to find one of their soldiers in World War II. Takes place during D-Day. Pretty heavy. Say Anything. John Cusack. I gave her my heart, she gave me a pen. It's kind of like a rom-com, you know. One of those comedies back when John Cusack was like younger. I think I got this at Target years ago. Yeah. Another one I haven't seen yet. Dark Was the Night. This has Marissa Tomei in it, and if you don't know, Marissa Tomei plays Aunt May in Spider-Man, the Tom Holland Spider-Man films, which is weird, kind of interesting, because it's like they de-aged her. Like in the Sam Raimi ones, Aunt May was like in her 70s, I think. And in this, the one in Tom Holland ones, it's like she's like in her 50s. I mean, she is in her 50s. She looks really good for her 50s. But yeah. Yeah, there's the DVD and the Blu-ray. I got that at a 99-cent store. Paranorman. This is a pretty crazy movie about a kid that can talk to zombies and dead people. It's pretty good. It's not my favorite movie made by Leica Films, though. We'll get to that in just a second. But yeah, this is a great one. This is the recent Blu-ray, which has like a whole ton of extra features and stuff. I wish the Blu-ray case came green. That would have been nice. I think they did that with The Grinch. The Jim Carrey one. But yeah, if you haven't seen Paranorman, pretty weird movie. But it's really good. And him trying to like make the dead return. Yeah. Wild movie. But if you can see, I'm pretty sure you can get this at Walmart right now. Yeah, fantastic movie. Now we got my favorite one made by Leica right here. Coraline. This is a great movie. One of my favorite animated films of all time. Dakota Fanning this is one of my favorite Dakota Fanning movies of all time. And I saw this in October, I believe. Last year they re-released in the theater for one night showing only. And I went and it was awesome seeing the big screen, because I hadn't seen it since 2009 in the theater. And I saw it again in the theater and I was like, man, this still holds up years later. It's a freaky movie, but you will love it. I just love the special effects and everything. Ah, man, what a great movie. Here's the Blu-ray. It came with this little sticker showing like newly restored and all that. Yeah, here mine came with the booklet as well, featuring like art and stuff like that. And there's the DVD in the background, which has like buttons, which if you've seen the movie you'll understand why, you know, that's kind of like a main theme in the movie. Alright, here's the original Night of the Living Dead Criterion Edition. If you want to know what the best version of Night of the Living Dead to get, this is it. Because it's newly restored from the estate of George A. Romero, and I believe this is one of the last things that he had a part in like creating. Well, I know like he didn't direct the movie like in his last year, but he had a hand in making this edition of the movie right before he passed away, I believe. It's got all the special features. It's almost like you're watching the movie when it was brand new. Yeah, a classic. Usually if you watch a horror movie, because the movie unfortunately landed in the public domain, this is one of those movies that you basically see playing all the time in any movie, because George A. Romero forgot to fight the copyright for this movie, and yeah. But yeah. And my copy also came with a poster and liner notes. Well, these are the liner notes right here. And here's the poster of one of the girls in the movie. But yeah, it's a classic, and if you haven't seen it, then man, you are missing out. George A. Romero, it's basically what started the entire like zombie genre right there. I mean, there were movies before it, obviously, but that was the one to kind of master it. I Am Legend. I talked about this in the box set when I showed my DVD collection. Great movie. It's definitely a very, like I said, I talked about it before, but it's a very enjoyable kind of like end of the world kind of movie, so to speak. It's probably one of my favorite Will Smith movies. And it's a shame there was no prequel made for that. This is actually my brother's, but I'll show you here. True Grit, Jeff Bridges, Matt Damon. This is of course the remake of the 60s movie with John Wayne. And it's not bad. Pretty good remake. Yeah, there's the disc or DVD. There's a little insert with the code. And there's the Blu-ray. Sorry, it's hard to do some of this with one hand. Yeah, it's great. The Polar Express. Another Tom Hanks movie. I think everyone's seen this. I remember seeing this in the theater when I was like a kid. When did this come out? 2004, so I was like 6. Good Christmas movie. Very bizarre and weird and out there, but it's good. And I don't have the disc in there because it's in my brother's player. Here's my brother's copy of Django Unchained on Blu-ray. This is the Steelbook. I don't really want to open it because he'll kind of throw a shit fit if I open that, so I'll just leave that in the packaging. But yeah, that's a great movie. I saw that actually last month. Joker, classic, right here. Joaquin Phoenix, Todd Phillips. Like, this movie, I remember when it came out, it genuinely shocked me. And I remember it got a lot of attention because it was like gonna inspire like another like one of those massacres, like the the Dark Knight did, but no. It's definitely a great movie about mental illness for sure, if you're researching that kind of stuff. Like, if you want to see a really demented Joker, it's great. But yeah, there's the Blu-ray. And there's the DVD. I heard there's going to be a sequel to Joker. I don't know how they're going to pull it off, because in my opinion, Joker should just stay as one movie. Because it's just perfect. It was probably one of the best movies of 2019, and Joaquin Phoenix definitely deserved his Oscar for that movie. The Incredibles 2. Not as good as the first one. But I do like it. It's got a lot of enjoyable moments. And they got basically almost the entire cast back, which was pretty cool. I kind of hope they make a third one. I was going to ask my friend to do a review for it, but he didn't want to do it. So, which is fine, you know, he doesn't have to. So, I'm going to do a review of my own. So, expect that. And hopefully there'll be an Incredibles 3 one day. There's the Disney Rewards card or whatever. Anyway, there's the Blu-ray. Oh, look. There's the DVD and there's the extra features Blu-ray. For some reason I thought this copy was a bootleg, because I don't know if you see Incredibles 2, it's kind of pixelated, and the picture of Frozone's a little pixelated, so maybe in a rush job, I don't know. I mean, I got it for Christmas one year, so I don't think it's a bootleg, so I don't know. I'm pretty sure it's not, but you know. Pirates of the Caribbean on Stranger Tides. The second to last Pirates movie that Johnny Depp was in. Love this movie. Remember when it came out, it was all hyped. But yeah. I want to say I saw... No, the last one I saw in the theater. I think my brother actually saw almost all of them in the theater. Except for maybe the first one. He was too young for that. Yeah, there's the DVD. It's got a bunch of inserts. Oh, look at that kid. Okay, whatever. Disney Rewards. More Disney Rewards crap. What is this? Oh, Blu-ray 3D. That was a thing, wasn't it? Yeah. Anyway, there's the Blu-ray. If you ask me what my favorite Pirates movie is, probably the third one. Although the fifth one was a lot of fun as well. A lot of funny moments in it. Johnny Depp's always great. Castaway. So remember when I said that I got the DVD because the Blu-ray didn't have any features? Look how many features that has. And this is from 2007. You mean to tell me that they couldn't put all the features on the DVD? Come on. Anyway, great movie. This is one of my friend's favorite movies of all time. About a guy who tries to survive on a deserted island. And man, you really feel his pain. I gotta say that. Next up we have a double feature with Saturday Night Fever and Grease. Saturday Night Fever, my brother was freaking obsessed with. He watched that movie again and again and again and again. Like, it was like crack to him. Same with Grease. Like, these two movies were like my brother's 7th grade, maybe 8th obsessions. I would watch them with him all the time. And he would replay the scenes, he would replay the songs, he would replay the moments. Man. But both of them are great. I showed a PG cut of Saturday Night Fever. Here's the original version. And Grease is the original version as well. I know there's a Grease 2, but I haven't seen it. But yeah, there's a disc for Saturday Night Fever and Grease. I know they re-released Saturday Night Fever in the PG version when Grease was popular. But yeah, both are great. I don't need to hear any more songs from Grease though. Here's the first Blu-ray I ever owned. The SpongeBob movie Blu-ray DVD combo. The first SpongeBob movie, in my opinion, is an amazing movie. It combines the humor of the first 3 seasons and mashes up onto one feature-length film. Such a great movie. I noticed the DVDs kind of feels a little different than the one in the regular, but the Blu-ray is pretty much the same. Yeah. I'm a goofy goober. Yeah. I printed this because this didn't come with the cover, but it's Gulliver's Travels with Jack Black. I saw this in the theater. Man, what a fun movie. I gotta watch it again. It's been a while. I got this at Blockbuster when they were closing down. Yeah, it's a good movie. If you haven't seen that, check it out. Here's another Jack Black movie, Year One. Michael Cera and Jack Black. About these two guys who basically live in the first year and a lot of weird stuff happens, to say the least. It was the last movie that was directed by Harold Ramis before he passed away, so may he rest in peace. Yeah, it includes the unrated and the regular versions. Isn't that much of a difference? And there's the background art. I like the disc art on the Blu-ray better than the DVD. Just think it looks cooler. But yeah, check out Year One. Weird movie, but it's funny. I like it. Inglourious Bastards. This is probably one of my favorite Tarantino movies. About these, Nazi hunters. During World War II, and Tarantino has a way of changing history to change into an alternative, way. It's astounding. But yeah, great movie. Probably my second favorite Tarantino movie. But yeah, there's the disc. Check that movie out. Great. Alright, if you like Oasis, you'll love this movie. This is Oasis Supersonic. This is a documentary about the band, the first 5 years of the band. So basically it's really from the history of the formation up until Nebworth 96. I know there's a Nebworth 96 Blu-ray as well. I need to pick that up. It's a great story about Oasis, and I really hope they make a part 2. But yeah, there's the disc. And speaking of, here's one of the guys of Oasis, Liam Gallagher, as it was. This is a whole documentary about Liam that was filmed during his 2017 tour. The only issue I have with this is that Noel told him not to use any Oasis songs in the movie, which is pretty lame. But yeah, it's very entertaining. And it's got deleted scenes, so there you go. And there's the disc. He's quite a guy, I have to say. Liam is definitely something. And finally, we actually have a Christmas movie. National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation. I showed this in my Christmas DVDs. Great movie. Definitely one of the funniest Christmas movies of all time. For sure. The second ones are okay, but this is the best one. And there's the DVD, or Blu-ray. That was my Blu-ray collection. Thank you all so much for watching. Thanks for watching my entire movie collection. And yeah, that was quite something. See you in the next video.